Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Janaha Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Janaha. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, God is born as man for the purpose of sporting as man. Rama, Krishna and Chaitanya are the examples. By meditating on an incarnation of God, one meditates on God Himself. God takes human birth, is born as man for the purpose of sporting as man. Sport, we call it Leela, divine play. It has a purpose too. It is not sport in itself, but a sport for God and a rejuvenation for the humans. When a person is expert in his singing or dancing or on musical instrument, he just plays. Those who hear will be wondering, will be enjoying. How he is not playing for anybody. Now, when I was in Himalayas, every day I had to walk about 3 kilometers for my bhiksha and return back 3 kilometers. Once a day I used to go. While returning from bhiksha, I used to hear a sadhu sitting on the bank of Ganga alone. In that road, nobody is there. I have to walk alone. One in whole day, 2 or 3 vehicles may pass through, and perhaps a person or two from here, there, far off, may pass through. Otherwise, there was no chance of anybody. He is alone, sitting and singing. He is singing for nature. He is singing for God. He is singing out of his own joy. But as I was passing through, it is to thrill my heart. What a transformation we undergo. Oh, this is life. This is life. To free ourselves from all bondages and dedicate ourselves the rest of life for the welfare of others. Atmano mokshartam jagadetaya. Practically we see them. And next day, when I go for bhiksha, he is there busy in serving people and he is off, not to be seen at all. He is alone, he is in his own glory. How the two, they balance. Everything is a joy, everything is a worship. Now, just like that, God, it's a sport for Him, a divine Leela. And that Leela is eternal. Our life come and go, being erased, totally not to be seen again. It is like writing on water. We write on water, go on writing on water, it just goes on trail left by vehicles in water. Steamer is going, it leaves a trail behind. Next moment is covered. Same water is there. Like that, our life, whatever we do, whatever good, disappears. Leela never disappears because it belongs to the eternal. God is leaving that Leela to be contemplated upon by the other devotees who come in future to transcend the nature and go beyond. This transcendence of nature is the most important factor which we have to release in two ways. One release is my spiritual practices which make me independent of the rest of the universe, intimately loving God in relationship with God. Other is the hold of the world doesn't go. Because the hold of the world doesn't leave me, I have to spiritualize the world and see the divine everywhere. Then there is nothing to hold me. What I want to hold is holding me. When I see the world as divine, when I see every being as divine, when I see humanity as divine, and how do I express? Love. I love everyone, I love nature, I am in tune with nature. Nature doesn't harm me or doesn't entice me or instigate me. It leaves me free. I am free from the nature's bindings. Till I see divine and serve and love, I cannot release from them. Though I feel myself independent, I am in a prison house freely moving about within the prison. And now and then somebody will give me food and eat and live in the house arrest like. That kind of with spiritual practice I am doing everything I am doing. But the world doesn't leave me because I am an inseparable part of this universe and of the humanity and of the nature. I cannot separate from nature. I cannot separate from even if I commit suicide and die, I am within the nature to be born again. Because karmic load is there. You cannot escape, you cannot go out. Only way is to realize God and transcend. And where do you hold that transcendent? So God descends down. Because we cannot reach by any means. That realm is beyond mind, senses and intellect. Beyond our understanding. We have no access. Like a blind man can never have access to light or colors. Or what is this world like? He cannot have, no. Because he doesn't have an instrument with which all others are seeing light and world, which he cannot see with all the 4 sense organs he has. Only 5th sense organ, the eye is not there. But he can never see. Like that, we have with 5 senses a mind and intellect. We cannot know what it is. Many things we understand, those senses are imperceptible to senses. Now software designing. Which light am I using? All the 5 senses will not work there. Intellect, buddhi. Buddhi can comprehend, buddhi can design, which cannot be pursued by 5 senses. This buddhi also cannot perceive, hold it. Vang manatita. It's beyond vak. Nobody can explain it and nobody can understand what it is. Only way to transcend the mind and senses, the only instruments we have, and be beyond. What to hold to good, stretch myself into it, is the Leela left by God. That's why the Vaishnavas are asked to daily read Bhagavatam. Whether you do anything else or not, Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita puts the light on the path, how to go. Just like Sri Ramakrishna's only two scriptures, Bhagavad Gita and Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, how to live in the world and transcend and go beyond. All others, what is God will tell. All Upanishads, Vedas will tell what God is like, impersonal, personal, all things are. But we have a life in the world which you cannot be avoided. Even if a mendicant, beggar like, he is moving about, every day is to go door to door, get bhiksha. Work is there, you cannot avoid. You have to meet the people, you cannot avoid. So, this kind of life. So, the whole thing is to transcend the nature and hold on to that Leela, which is eternal and is present in the relative existence, which is beyond and is just stretching itself into the. And anywhere you enter the Leela, whether it's Ramayana or Mahabharata or anything, Leela of Krishna is going on, Leela of Rama is going on, Leela of Sri Ramakrishna is going on. Anywhere, if you can enter, you see actually happening. It is not what has happened and gone away. It is eternal. Anywhere, you can enter into Jatayu fighting with Ravana or Rama killing Ravana. Anywhere, it is happening. And you are the witness. That is the Leela. To leave that Leela behind and go. And whoever comes within the influence of that avatara incarnation, the moment they just an acceptance of yes, he is God, he is here in the human form, it transforms them. Immediately he gets the inner light, because divinity recognizes divinity, and divinity acceptance awakens the divinity within us. How many people came to Sri Ramakrishna, and how many people accepted Sri Ramakrishna as the incarnation of God? In the present world, how many are accepting Sri Ramakrishna as the incarnation of God? Even after knowing so many people have transcended and gone. And you see, to accept the huge flow is flowing, generation of generation. Now, to accept Krishna and or Rama as incarnation of God, it is easy for us because there is social acceptance, and from childhood we have been hearing the Leela of Rama and Krishna. As Hindus, as Indians, it is little easy for us because of the westernized mind. We may never ask, is it true that Krishna remained and all that? These are all meaningless questions. But what happens within is that the moment to accept it, it becomes very difficult. When Sri Ramakrishna was alive itself, how many people, a few alone could accept that Sri Ramakrishna is incarnation of God. Only few alone could see, visualize. The moment they accept, the door opens to the eternal. Immediately, now you will understand, worshipping God, incarnation is worshipping God. That it is that which is appearing here with name and form, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Kriya. It is presenting itself. The transcendental is presenting in the immanent. So, worshipping this is worshipping that. There is another way of invoking God in an image or in a flower or in any object. With love, important is love and faith. The God will come when I call in the proper way. That and love, backed by love, then God has to be present, because God is a conscious entity, more conscious than myself, rather consciousness itself, with whose the light of his consciousness, Bharga, Bhargo Devasya, that Bharga itself is making me move, understand, talk and hear. What could be the object which is leaving that Bharga? What could be sun? If sunlight can make me, sunlight, you see, summer, if it is hot for us, imagine the temperature of the sun itself, unimaginable. Our earth will melt away if it sits on the sun. Only liquid will be there. That much of temperature, we are such a far off. We are experiencing it. Summer and winter, small distance difference, oval. This much and this much. That makes lots of difference. So imagine, we are conscious beings. We are conscious beings. His consciousness itself, whose light is making us all conscious. And He is present within us as the Antaryamin, and my life is existing because of that. He is there within. The moment the Chaitanya disappears, the moment the consciousness, the spirit disappears, this is a dead body. So that identity, we are now, you can clearly understand, worship, when I can invoke God in a stone image and worship, He receives it. And out of compassion for the jivas, and to reset the order of social order and the cosmic order, He takes the human, and it's a play for Him. Because universe is His play. Now, in dream, how the mind creates a world, it is its mind's play. And it has the varieties of powers mind has got, in which it creates a world and puts me also there in it. So it's a play for mind to create a world and make me engaged in it and say nothing exists when I wake up. Look at the Maya power that mind has got to create a world and present me and get engage me in it and disappear saying nothing exists. That is the world. Similarly is this world. It's a play of God. That is a dream world is a play of my own mind. The power, He can do and undo anything. And that power is called Yoga Maya. The power with which He creates the universe is called Mahamaya. Just like mind creates a world, God creates a world. Just same Chaitanya, Nama Rupa Guna Kriya is put, Rupa is given, it becomes a universe. Now this manifestation, Nama Rupa Guna, how this universe is presented by Mahamaya, Yoga Maya makes him take a human birth in it. That which make impossible possible in this world and beyond is called Yoga Maya. And this Yoga Maya, holding on to the Yoga Maya, he takes human birth. And by that, he doesn't get emptied there. He remains as he is. As impersonal absolute, he remains as it is, a personal. A ocean becoming throwing a wave in it. A wave is created in the ocean. Ocean doesn't get emptied. It is just a presentation of the universe, ocean. Just it is bulging up somewhere. the ocean remains as it is. It is just a objective presentation. So this presentation, so we see here Yoga Maya. See in Bhagavad Gita it says, taking recourse to my own power Maya, I present myself in human form. These people do not understand my greatness. These people do not understand the picture. Reality they cannot understand. They consider me as ordinary human being. I am the Lord of the universe. I have taken this form and come down. People do not accept. Because they are mudha. They take me as human. So now that small acceptance, and who will certify that he is God himself? God makes all the arrangements. Bring such people, enlightened people, to indicate this is incarnation of God. Because huge wave is created amid the humanity. Huge transformation goes on from one yuga to another yuga. Yesterday I was taking up the eternal human and timeless wisdom, another class, monthly class. In that, the time concept, we are dealing Western time concept and Eastern time concept, the difference between the Eastern thinking and Western thinking, the cultural differences. What is the difference between Western culture and Eastern culture? So in that time concept, when it comes, how the time factor differs from place to place, person to person, and awareness to awareness, how God incarnates. There we see time is passing and how the whole universe appears in it. The time appears with universe and dissolves with universe. And the time, kala, the whole universe dissolves. The time also dissolves. The great time is awake. And the time concept, how it gets managed. Only thing that unchanging reality is God, the impersonal, absolute. Millions of universes are appearing and disappearing with time. My time is entirely different, human time, because we are on the earth, solar time we are following. The time, Pitris, after the humans leave their bodies, they have lived a very noble life. Then they continue to live in a different dimension where they spend their earning of good deeds, enjoy. And that realm or that dimension is called Pitraloka. My 100 years is their 1 year. When we come to Devatas, my 3,000 years is equal to their 1 day. Their 1 day. Just like I pass, they pass. And the whole creator, yugas, 4 yugas together, Kali Yuga, Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, 4 together is called Mahayuga. And this Mahayuga of unimaginable dimension, span of time, is 1,000 such Mahayugas make one kalpa. This one kalpa is one day time of the Creator Brahma. And one daytime, another kalpa, it becomes one day and one night of one kalpa, universe will be there, it dissolves. Just like we sleep every day. One night, another kalpa has passed. Again the day comes of Brahma. Again we all come into, and 48,000 years, 48 lakh years pass for the next again to dissolve and come back again. Now imagine the times factor and all, the Brahma's time, and each has Devata's time, then the Brahma's. Now one day is kalpa, 2 days is one full day, and this one full day, like that 100 years, the whole universe dissolves forever. Timely, like I am sleeping and waking up, is one day is gone. When I leave the body and go, my lifespan is 100 years. Is the individual, cosmic level, 100 years of Brahma. The entire relative existence with the process of repetitive cycle also dissolves. Nothing remains. Even Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwaras all dissolve. Each night and day of Brahma, which is called Naimatika Pralaya, and whole life of Brahma is gone. That is Prakritika Pralaya. The Pralaya is now the Brahma is dissolving, Brahma is reappearing. Then day and night, Brahma, the whole repetitive cycling also goes off. The Srishti Sthiti Pralaya is happening, that also ends. The transcendental relative existence, the relative existence, absolute existence, transcendental existence, where when the Pralaya happens, the Nitya Siddhas and all stay, even that dissolves. Nothing remains. Again, new great cycle starts. Now imagine the time factor and what God could be. The unchanging eternal reality. Again and again appearing. When the universe appears and disappears, during that appearance time, He also appears in that now and then. Timely, yuga. Each yuga is there, in taking different, same repetitive cycle, same again it is flowing back. So each yuga is like an avatara with a specific, because the human nature is changing with everything. From the highest spirituality of Satyuga to the highest adharma, unrighteousness, and little dharma, righteousness. Kali Yuga, it flows down, and again Satyuga begins. That cyclic is going on like our seasons. So now in that cycle, where the man's to bring back again, when it goes beyond the limits, to bring back within the limits. 1/4 of adharma will be there, 3/4 will be dharma in Satyuga, and in Kali Yuga it is there 3/4 adharma and 1/4 dharma. When it goes beyond, adharma goes beyond, he reduces it to that particular proportion to make that settlement. He takes the human birth. Human nature is changing to bring back and there we see the transformation. Acharyas cannot do, enlightened souls cannot do. Only avatars can transform these things at cosmic and individual level. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.